a great presentation to show you for the next 30 minutes. Super excited. You're going to get a lot of information. We're going to move quick. But this is an industry that my husband and I have been in now for, I think it's 32 years. Doesn't seem like that's even remotely possible. But we got involved in this industry at a time where my husband needed to replace his income. He had a very traditional business, some very large receivables, didn't get paid those receivables. And that kind of led us into this whole industry that I'm so glad, that we had that challenge early on, that he needed to figure out, what he was going to do for a living. So our first 25 years, we were actually with a company where we dealt pretty much with physicians in this industry, wound up doing well over 200 million. We were very creative in what we did at that point, which we tended to be, and literally made millions for ourselves. So, and that kind of starts us off at this journey that I'm going to talk about for us. This is a really easy program to work with. It's about taking the product, feeling it, sharing it. You're going to love the way you feel, and more recently, the way you look based on these products as well. So we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to show you how to make money if that's, something, and how to make a difference to help other people, which is also super important as well. But I reference our first company with that. We were there for 25 years. We were in and out of physician offices. What we did was we brought in traditional supplements. Maybe you've taken a multivitamin, vitamin C, vitamin D. So we brought in some very traditional supplements, and we had a turnkey program in which these physicians were able to, educate and sell to their patients these, what were at that time, very cutting edge products. But what we found out years later, and really not through these doctors' offices, which is how category creating this product line is we found out that those supplements are not doing all that we thought our bodies needed. There's something that's much, much better than that. It's called activation. And we're going to talk about activation tonight. But, activation goes back to something that was discovered in a lab by a scientist the late 1960s. And what he found out is there's a pathway that our bodies actually can create antioxidants. And he got a lot of awards for this. But what he also found out at that same time was that when we're in our 20s, our bodies stop producing those antioxidants that, and nobody knew about this pathway for years. So he went back to the lab for a number of decades, and he figured out how to flip the switch on this pathway so that our bodies can create antioxidants 1 million times per second, the antioxidant value, which I'll show you as we go through this, is so much more than we could even take. In fact, we would need to ingest 375 oranges, 11 pounds of blueberries, 120 tablets of vitamin C a day, which would be lethal, and drink 87 glasses of red wine. Do that every day in order to get the value that we're getting in this one pill that I'm going to talk about. But what really got exciting was John Quiones, who is an undercover investigator, and that's this ABC primetime video that is on the left of the screen here. If you've not seen it, ask the person that invited you, because it's really, really cool. It's a great short little video. Talks about all the benefits, the medical benefits of this product. But he kind of went into this lab undercover. He kind of does that gotcha thing where he's trying to prove that everything is fake and phony and not real. And what he found out is that in 2.5 weeks, his oxidative stress levels, and I'll explain that in a second, his oxidative stress levels were reduced by 45%. So what are oxidative stress levels? And this is why we talk about activation over supplementation. So when we take supplements and we eat fruits and vegetables and stuff, we're getting all these antioxidants into our body. But our bodies are creating these free radicals and in greater numbers. And the difference between the great amount of free radicals our body creates and the amount of antioxidants we take in is a medical term called oxidative stress. And I'll go through that more. But what happens is when you don't reduce that oxidative stress, when you're not using something like Protandim, your oxidative stress levels as you age go up. So does inflammation, so does disease, so does aging. I mean, everything gets worse when your oxidative stress levels seem to get worse as they get older. So much so that if we took an 80-year-old who'd been on Protandim for 8 months, a 60-year-old who'd been on Protandim for 6 months, a 40-year-old who'd been on Protandim for 4 months, and a 20-year-old. And we mixed up, whose is not knowing whose was originally that of the 20-year-old. It would appear that all 4 people would have the blood of a 20-year-old, which is super, super exciting. I can't help but mention some of these books now. So many of these books now to date, books that are recently published, are starting to talk about oxidative stress. So we have been so ahead of the curve on this for so long. Our job has really been educating people on 2 things. What is oxidative stress? And more importantly, what is Protandim and how we can actually reduce that oxidative stress to reduce disease, aging, and also inflammation. So you can see oxidative stress affects the skin, the kidney, the joints, the lung, the brain, the immune system, blood vessels, all our organs, eyes, heart, everything. In fact, this is 318, there's like over 320,000, probably even more by now, studies on oxidative stress. And Bobby and I, we are not from the medical field, but I can tell you, if I go on PubMed, which we can all go on, you don't have to be, there's no subscription, you don't have to be a medical person or anything. Anybody can go to pubmed.gov. And when you look at these studies, which you can probably make out the summary, the conclusion on it, they all say when we reduce oxidative stress, we reduce whatever disease, inflammation, and aging we Googled. So you put in oxidative stress and any disease or aging that you might be interested in. But what's happening is so much more than generations before us, oxidative stress is getting worse. We've got over 80,000 new chemicals since the Industrial Revolution. The herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, bad diet. We're all starting to do much better than that. But, for decades, what was fast food and what TV dinners and, bad packaged food and stuff, smoking, alcohol, air pollution, poor sleep, high stress, working too much, not having enough fun, little to no exercise. This increases oxidative stress so much so that you hear, whether you're just out with your friends talking, you're on social media, everybody's talking about chronic fatigue, no energy, brain fog, lack of concentration, aches and pains. They're sick often, headaches, and so much more. And so you can see, a good cell becomes rather ugly looking over time due to the amount of oxidative stress level it has. So what is Protandim? Like I said, it's the equivalent of more than 1 million times per second the antioxidant value. I told you what you'd have to take in a day to take it. But you know what? It's just 5 plant-based ingredients. And oddly enough, as I said, Bobby and I had been in and out of all these different physician offices for years and years and years. We were already taking turmeric, green tea, and ashwagandha. Those were things that we were taking because we used to have these huge pill bowls with just everything in it that, we could possibly take to make sure that we stayed healthy. And we could have just added the bacopa and the milk thistle, but when we use this formulation of just 1 pill, and I don't know about you, I'd always rather take 1 pill than 5 pills. His formulation, his recipe gets us 1,800% better results. So there's so much going on as far as increasing SOD, catalase, glutathione, and all these other things that are master antioxidants for our body. But that's with just taking his 1 pill. And because this is so category creating, and so little was known about oxidative stress, and more importantly, this 1 pill, there are over, and actually it's like 30 different peer-reviewed studies to date on just Protandim, because all these universities and medical sites decided they wanted to do their own independent studies because they wanted to research this a little further. So you can see some of this stuff that's in there, the NIA, the National Institute of Aging, a lot of the universities, you're probably familiar with those names. I mean, some very prestigious names there. We've gotten some really great studies. But what's pretty cool is the company didn't stop there. Oxidative stress on the inside, we see all these studies and gives us a lot of credibility, but you really can't see. You can't see when your cell starts to get ugly. But the company came out with something called collagen. Now, I knew nothing to little of collagen other than I saw a lot of it on Facebook and Instagram, maybe helped some people with wrinkles, but girls I knew in other companies, they weren't really raving about the results they were getting with their collagen. But what I did find out that collagen is, one of the most important of the 20,000 or so proteins in the body. We need this so that as we get older, we don't look like a blob, a shapeless blob. So it's not just wrinkles, it's everything going on inside our body to keep us healthy, our joints, our tendons, keep our skin tight, muscles, just so much going on that it's so important. So luckily you can see the benefits here: nail health, hair loss, muscle recovery. There's mood, there's libido. There's so many different benefits from just using a collagen. And it is so important for us. So it's not just vanity, but what's really cool is as we go through this, I can show you the physical results on the outside that people are getting. And if they're getting these on the outside, you can imagine what's going on the inside. So such a super product for everyone to be taking. But our collagen is superior and it's unique. We are the only collagen out there that actually activates collagen, produces collagen. We also replenish, I'll go through that, and we maintain collagen. So we activate with this red ruby quinoa extract. And what it does is it actually increases the production of collagen in our body. And you can see, I talked about those, the SOD, the catalase, those are all increased as well. But again, we are the only one that actually activates or, produces collagen, which is huge because nobody talks about that out there. And you can see so much so that, I guess if I can move this, in an 8-week study, you can see that the skin, and this is a picture of the skin, the collagen density is just increasing. So you're seeing more yellow, more white, less black. So it's increased quite a bit there as well. Okay. And then we also replenish. Now, this is where a lot of companies, they'll replenish with maybe 1 or 2. We actually have 10 different peptides that we replenish with. So, we're giving you a lot more than any other company out there. I think the only other one I know of 1 or 5, but most again are only 1 or 2. Then we have this citrus berry extract, which maintains collagen. Again, you're producing it. We're losing it very quickly every year. They say like 1%. But here we want to maintain what we replenish with and also what we activate or produce with as well. So what's not in it, big concern these days, you need to ask: no sugar, no artificial sweeteners, non-GMO, it's dairy-free, gluten-free, and also soy-free. Now, the company has gone to great expense. And when you see this bottle, and I should have a bottle next to me, but when you see this bottle, it is a very nice looking bottle. But they've gone to great expense because it's individually packaged, this little glass bottle. You ingest 1 a day. So that's so it doesn't oxidize every time you open it. When you've got a container of powder and you scoop that, not only are you not getting the absorption, but it's oxidizing before you even use it. So we've got it in a liquid form. It's hydrolyzed so that it doesn't, so that you get the protein into your system. So it's not in these big, large particles, it's in small particles so that you get all of it. If you're taking a powder or you're taking a pill, you literally need to take 3 to 5 times more of the collagen. Again, this is a great tasting. It's kind of like a crayon apple. Everybody says it's a little bit different, but I can tell you, put it in the refrigerator, shake it up every day. You will look forward to the way that this tastes. Everybody I know does. They just absolutely love it. But then look at the results. I tell everybody, take a picture before you get started and then take a 30-day picture and compare the two. So collagen density is increased by 100%. Depth of crow's feet is reduced by 22%. Skin roughness, which I think that number's off. I can tell you, my skin got so much softer by 10%. Catalase is increased by 202%. Again, that's your immune system. That's keeping you healthy overall. Skin elasticity was increased by 8%. But we always say documentation beats conversation, and I'm going to move through these pretty quickly, but you can see, look at, again, her crow's feet. You can see, look at the chest, or the décolleté, we say, is the hardest area to keep, because again, the skin is thin there, the neck. You can see, look at her. I mean, stunning results. That, the brightness in her skin. Everybody gets this kind of glow with the skin. She looks like she actually would have, don't even want to say it, but looks like she might have had a facelift. And wait till you read that one book that I said, Younger for Life, and you hear about facelifts. You will never want to go through a facelift. But look at, this is Betty. Betty's our poster child. She's gotten some amazing results. She's done a great job of keeping her picture as she moves along, and you can see the results there. You can see again, his eyes, her skin, getting very, clear, getting rid of any brown spots. This lady here to the left, is 70 years old. So, I mean, a lot of these people are definitely into their 50s, 60s, 70s, getting amazing results. So there's no age barrier on this. Look at the neck here. He's gotten some great results. We have all the men got into it because we were all getting such great results. They were seeing all these different pictures and stuff. Plus they love the taste. My husband really loves the taste. But, under the eye bags was common, getting rid of that, reducing those. You can see her skin brightened up again. I mean, look at this eye. There's a difference. Our eyes are 91% collagen. So, not only does her eye look better, but how much healthier is that eye? And you can see her face here as well. His face, he's gotten amazing results, and there's an up close as well. Check out the legs. Collagen is the thing that tightens the skin, and you can work out and have a lot of muscle, but if your skin is saggy, it's because of lack of collagen. So you're really going to need that big difference here, particularly when we think about, we're only at the end of February, but the swimsuit season will be here before long. Look at the knees. That's an area, with a lot of ladies as we get older. This whole thigh and leg, amazing results. We've even had people lose weight, reduce joint pain on it, but you can see the skin here, stretch marks have gone away. This is a pretty interesting picture to the left again, too. She was so excited about the clearer skin she got, less discoloration with her skin. But what she didn't notice is how much thicker her hair got. Hair and nails grow, eyelashes, eyebrows, all the things that we want are growing again. And again, you can see how much clearer her skin is there. And then we started to put some hair photos in there because you can see the growth on those. But again, you can imagine if this is going on the outside, it's crazy what's going on the inside, how much healthier people are being. And again, you can see 100% collagen density was increased by using the two of those. So we went over the Protandim and we went over the collagen together. That's our glow package. We get some amazing results. And if things weren't good enough, and I really did think they were good at that point, and then the company decided they were going to introduce another product, and I'm like, oh, don't upset the apple cart. We're doing really well because, we were slated to do 1 million a month. We've actually, and that's about 1.5 years ago. So let's say that should have been 18 million. We're actually probably over 60 million at this point last time I asked. So that's 3 times greater than we were anticipated to do. But then they bring out this new product that's a retinol alternative. It works 4 times better than retinol, but without any of the redness, sun sensitivity, no irritation. Actually works on 11 different signs of aging. This product, the very first time you use it, just even put it on the back of your hand. I do it at a lot of different gatherings and stuff. People like, oh my goodness, it feels so soft. You will notice results the very first time you use that. So you're probably very excited at this point and want to get started with that. But, one of the things is we have a very extensive line. So I only mentioned one of the Protandims, which reduces oxidative stress. We've got another one that deals with, maybe if you've read anything on health lately or seen anything on the internet, mitochondria. In fact, people do that red light for the mitochondria production. And they think it's just in the skin, but it's all over. We have a pill for that, much easier than spending a lot of time under red light. We also have something called NAD, which produces sirtuins, which is kind of like a fountain of youth protein that's in every cell. We have a tremendous hair care line. I've gotten great results for it, could never grow long hair. We've got a nootropic for energy, brain focus. We've got pet food. We've got gut health. Fat burn is an amazing product. Again, helping get that fat off the middle. So many great products to help you sleep. I don't have time to go through all of them, but a great line of products that activate, don't just supplement. Make your body do what it did when you were, in your 30s, when you were much younger and the way that you felt. But, if you're like me, you're probably super excited about it. But you know what? There's so much more that could go on. Bobby and I have had a total lifestyle change. Like I said, I'm so thankful years ago that he needed to replace his income. We were led to this industry. It has given us a lot of time freedom. And he's going to show you, if you're interested, on how you too can take advantage of, maybe get your product for free, maybe have a part-time spare time thing from home, or maybe have a total lifestyle change like we did. So hold on. I'm going to have my husband sit here. Thanks.
Hey, good evening, everyone. You know, it's funny, every time I hear April talk about the products, I just want to go take them again. And I take them every morning and the collagen at night but I'm one of these guys that if one is good, two is better type of thing. So I'm not saying that, but from a business standpoint, I'm just going to take a few minutes and share with you what else is available if you're interested in creating another income, or maybe you have a desire to travel, or you're just looking to free up some time and, get rid of some of the things in life you don't like doing that you do to make money and maybe have a little more fun earning money. But it's the perfect side income. There's no assets, no big investment, no overhead, no employees. I always say work from home, but honestly, it's work from anywhere. We were just in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana for a week, and we were able to work from there. It doesn't matter, where we are. We have a customer call center that's always available to handle things. Big tax benefits by owning a business, especially if you're working it from home. And the company's debt-free with millions of dollars in the bank. We're publicly traded. So what it's done is just given us more family time. It's given April an opportunity to play, her true love, which is tennis. I think she's on like 5 teams now, weekly. She led me into pickleball, and I just fell in love with it. And the beauty of it is we wake up every day and we do whatever we feel like doing. And because of that, and because it's been so good to us, we want to share that opportunity with other people because it's really easy to implement with what you're currently doing. Okay. You don't have to, drop something in order to do this, although you may find there's enough money in this that you want to drop some things. So we get paid for sharing the gift of activation with others. Now, I'm going to be real simple and basic with this, okay? Can always email you or text you more details, but I want to explain how it works. Now, that collagen and that Protandem, the 2 products that April was talking about, we call that our healthy glow stack. That's what we call it internally here. The retail price of that is $219, okay? But most people, 90%, if not more, go on subscription and pay $197 instead of $219. They save 10% on it, okay? But if you're going to use it for more than, just 3 or 4 months, you might as well be a consultant and save another 10% on it, okay? And get it for $175. That's very significant amount of money. The savings from, let's call it $220 to $175, it's like a $45 savings on it. And, as a consultant, you get the lowest price. But the number I want you to focus on is if you were getting it at a consultant price and you were sharing the benefits with people and they were ordering it from a link you sent them from the app that we give you or a link you sent to your website, you would get the difference between the subscription price that they paid, okay, which was $197, and the price you paid, which was $175. You'd earn $22. Now, keep this in mind, $22 per customer per month, each and every month, okay? Now, when we look at the next slide, follow me closely here, please. Do you realize that if you had 4 people on a subscription, the company will pay you an extra 5%. You're going to get a title, which is called Onyx. I know that don't mean anything to you, but here's what it means. You'll get an extra $7 per customer per month. So that 22 is now 29. When you have 8 customers, the company's going to give you an extra 10% because you'll be what we call an emerald. That's an extra $14 per customer per month. That's $36 a month per person. When you get to 15 customers, you're going to be a sapphire. That's an extra $21. Think about this, 22 and 21, $43 per customer per month. And then the goal, because this is such a simple business plan, is to have at least 28 customers, get a diamond bonus, which is an extra 20%. It's an extra $28. And you add that to the 22 that is the minimum that we could get. And here's the magic number, folks. You can earn $50 per customer per month by helping people look better and feel better with the Healthy Glow Stack. Now, how many things does $50 divide into? Okay. What if somebody's looking to get rid of a car payment and it's, $500? Okay. Well, that's 10 50s, right? I mean, we could do that with rent. We can do that with your grocery bill. We could do that with your car insurance. We could do that with, happy hour money. I mean, whatever you want to do, divide 50 into it, and not whatever number it comes out to is the number of customers we need. Now, it gets better. Because the products work so fast and the results are so good, and you should look up, you just saw my wife, okay? All I'm going to tell you is we graduated high school in 1978. Okay, I know she looks like she's in her 40s. Do the math. Look at her before picture from a year and a half ago, and the woman that you saw tonight. And the reason I share that with you is your customers, as their friends begin to see them and they start saying, what are you on? What are you using? What's different? Did you have work done? Did you have Botox? Did you get a facelift? You know how it is, okay? Do you realize if only 2 of the 28 decided that they wanted to join you in your new endeavor, okay? Only 2. And they each got themselves 28 customers. Do you know your bonus from the company on that is 10%? You'd make 10% on the 4,000. So it's 400 each. You'd be adding another 1,800 to the 1,200 you were already making, because you were making 30% on that 4,000. Do you know that's 2,000 a month? That pays a lot of individual bills. It may not quite cover a mortgage yet, but probably rent, groceries, car, insurance. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. That's 24,000 plus a year. And we're talking about a work from home business. Okay. We're not talking about, having to quit your job if you have one. Okay. We're talking about doing something from home in addition to, but look at this. If the 2 friends that joined you, if we just help them get 2 of their own friends that join them, do you know that that's 4 more people getting paid as a diamond? Do you know that's an extra 11, 20 a month? You're looking at almost 40,000 a year just with this business. And we're only talking Protandim and collagen here. We have 35 or 40 products, and they all work really, really good. As a matter of fact, we have a special on our omega-3, which is the purest omega-3 in the world, okay, that I'm going to share with you in a second. But 40,000 a year, that could be supplemental income, that could be new income, that could be a second stream of income, that could be an income protecting against something that goes wrong or unexpected. I mean, I just love what this business has to offer, and I'm just playing small ball with you, okay? We are publicly traded. You can look up LifeVantage, and you could see what people are doing in regards to earning $1,600 a month, $3,000 a month, $7,000 a month, $13,000 a month, $24,000 a month, and upwards of over $100,000 a month. How far you can go is up to you. I'm just showing you how easily you can get a business started and get cash flow coming in, but you can play as big as you want to play with it. Now, it's really easy. All you got to do to get started is pick one of our business packs or one of our enrollment packs. If one of those packs is the collagen and the Protandim, okay? Or do what we did. April and I, we bought the business pack. It was a little more to do that. It was about $9.99 to get about 1,500 worth of product, but we wanted to try them all. Granted, the collagen or Protandim are super exciting, but we wanted to try them all, and we enjoy all of them. So you pick a package to get started. And then you just decide what monthly, subscription you want. What do you want to keep coming in, every month? Okay. And there's a special with our Omega now with a subscription order, or a first time product order. And the person who invited you explained what you need to do for that. But you just order a couple products and you're getting $54 bottle of Omega for free. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we're 26 days into that promotion. That ends on Thursday. So if you want to get an additional free bottle of Omega, you need to either get started or get your order in by Thursday. I think we have 29 days this month, so we have until Thursday. But you pick a stack to use for yourself, and you start sharing the benefits. And April told you, take good before pictures of everywhere on your body, not just your face and neck and chest, okay? Photograph everything. So as the results start to come in 30 days later, you are living proof of what these products do. I can't tell you how many customers we've picked up that were using other companies' collagens for years, just hoping that it was doing something good. And after just 30 to 60 days on ours and the results they saw, they were just blown away. Our product is an activator and it works fast. So we said we'd keep it to 30 minutes and we did. And like I said, this is a very, very simple business. You take it, you feel it, and you absolutely are going to want to share it with other people. And what I like to do is just go back to the screen. Hey, everybody, can you see me? Wave back. I like interaction. Okay. I'd like you to do me a favor. Number one, if you want the free bottle of Omega, get with the person who invited you and get your order in so you get it. That special promotion runs out in a few days. But regardless, somebody shared this with you tonight, and I'd just like you to do me a favor and text them back or call them, whatever you prefer, and let them know that you were on and let them know what you're thinking. And what I mean by what you're thinking, if you're ready to order, let them know and they'll help you get your order in. If you still have a few questions, let us know, okay, what it is. So if you're interested in the business side of it, besides just being a customer, just let us know. Reach back out to who invited you and let them know you were on and let them know what your thoughts are. And, if you need to talk to me or April for anything, they know how to reach us. And for the next few days, we'd be available to talk to you too. So anyway, we appreciate your time. We never take it for granted. Thank you so much for joining us. And please let whoever invited you know you were here. Have a good night, everybody. And thanks again. Bye-bye.